doing the bare minimum is actually costing you more than going the extra mile. There's this term in customer service, going the extra mile, meaning you're trying to exceed the customer's expectations. You're doing more than you should be doing, or at the very least, do your job as best as you can. And then there's an opposite side of it saying you should just give your bare minimum because your job will never love you back. I understand that reasoning. I really do. But there are some downsides to that. And let me just be clear about what I mean here. I'm not saying that you should work for a job without being paid, that you go overtime without being paid, because that actually happens in the Philippines. What I mean is, if you're paid to assist a customer, assist that customer as best as you can within the limit of what the company gives you. What happens usually, and I know this because I had been a QA for 2 years and listening to calls, what happens is some agents try to cut corners, and there are a lot of reasons why that happens. Probably there's a ton of workload that the company is imposing to the agents, and that's also one of the reasons. But some of them are also just doing the bare minimum because they want to exert the least amount of effort to the job, and that is costing you a lot more than you think. The problem with doing that is, of course, it becomes a habit. When it becomes a habit, it bleeds into other areas of your life, areas that are not exactly related to work, but will affect your life. I would even go so far as to say that going the extra mile, doing the best that you can in your job, will help you in many ways that you can imagine. You're teaching yourself to persist. You're not just going to give up and say, okay, that's good enough, bye. You're actually optimizing. And that habit of optimization will help you have a better life in general. You're basically pushing yourself to do better than yesterday. And if that does not improve your life, I don't know what will. Think of it not as something you do for the company, but something you do for yourself. When you go the extra mile, okay, the company is benefiting from it, but who really benefits more is you, because you're training yourself to be better at what you do. When it's time to quit that job, then that habit, that skill is going to carry over and overall will make your life better.